were with her opponents. Of course, Kate Marcos, steady guard, and Kena Santos and Janina Solis. Those two, one of their really uh, big presences inside the paint that can provide that really sturdy defense against their opponents.
And if your bites and tees, I think it would also be a good matchup since both teams don't really have the center. They don't have the bigs, unlike the other teams, unlike the Lady Sailors also earlier, like De Castro.
But so far, ang theme ng ating W movement is really just the outside shooting. We saw that whoever dominates the outside shooting, they're most likely the team to prevail in every matchup. But of course, again, sabi mo nga, both teams have that presence inside. So I think kung sino man yung pinaka mag-stand out talaga, which I think Janina Solis is actually not really that kind of a traditional big. No? She has that shooting outside, so I think that will add to her case of being better than her matchup. Pero ito namang si Evangelista, again, she is bigger than her matchup in Solis. So, of course, your height cannot be taught. We all know that. It's just up to them kung sino ba yung uh, or who will use their cards in a better way. But actually, Evangelista is not on the floor. So if your bites and tees, or rather if you're no pressure, you wanna capitalize on the fact na absent ang kanilang main rim protector.
And as we start the ball game, first ball goes to no pressure. And yun na nga, first point goes to no pressure. A turnover by Bites and Tees. A teammate was there to get it and scores.
Just less than 1 minute, or just actually less than 30 seconds, both teams was able to score. You can really see the intensity in this matchup.
And again, Solis wasn't able to get that shot. I thought pasok yun.
That was actually Portillo, but actually good defense that time.
Bites and Tees now up by 1. Here's Adlawan. Bites and Tees looking for Portillo. Portillo gets a foul.
Bites and tees again. I think if you're no pressure, you'd rather just foul them than allow them to score easy buckets as we saw. Because, of course, free throws, you will have to work hard for that, and it's not actually a guarantee that they'll make it. So again, actually, just not that good of a foul, but I think it's better than allowing them for easy points. It's the risk, actually. You choose whether you allow them for easy points or you just foul them and make them pay for it or work for it on the free throw line.
And again, to clarify, I think it would be 3-2. Officials. Shading score to 3. No pressure. Ayun na nga. Yun yung sasabi ko kanina na napasok yung shot. Napasok yung shot ni Adlawan. So, no pressure is up by 1. 3-2 in favor of no pressure.
And that's what I've been saying again. Hindi na ipasok ni Portillo yung free throw niya. So, kinalabasan pa good foul ang ginawa nitong no pressure. And I think that's better because the free throw line is farther from inside the paint. So I think it will much be more difficult for them if you just foul them.
And another foul committed by no pressure.
It's actually interesting na piniling iupo itong si Hannah Evangelista for the no pressure squad, considering the or Bites and T squad, considering she can be a useful instrument lalo na inside the paint.
And an end one call for Kate Marcos.
Let's take another look. Kate Marcos again, that steady guard presence for her squad as Jersey Haven was able to bring us that instant replay.
Kate Marcos completing the 2-point play. No pressure, up by 3. La Rosa with the ball, looking for Portillo. Portillo for a drive and scores.
Just a 2-possession game, actually a 1-possession game. Still very close. It'll be interesting who finds the rhythm first.
And again, here's Panty. Panty looking for a teammate, Portillo. Deciding on to shoot, short though. And the shot clock violation against the Bites and Tees.
A 2-possession game right here. Still a lot of time, but no pressure, or rather Bites and Tees will have to play in a different kind of rate.
Great lookout by Kate Marcos to Solis. Make that no pressure be up by 3, and a foul was committed by Panty.
And again, with the rate that Bites and Tees are going, it's enough to be able to garner just a 3-point deficit for your squad. But then again, you have to play in a different rate as the game goes by. You have to be more intense, to be more active in both offense and defense, considering that you're battling a team that can almost do everything.
And another 2 points for Portillo. No pressure, just up by 2 this time. And a rebound by Portillo. Portillo to Panty. Panty up again to Portillo for 2. No good.
And let me just say, Portillo is just such a big piece for the Bites and Tees. La Rosa, is it still feeling herself in this ball game? But Portillo is able to knock down those kinds of shots. It'll be interesting to see if what will be the outcome once Portillo and La Rosa find both of their rhythms and their grooves.
Out of bound play for the no pressure team. Bites and Tees. This time, Portillo looking to score, no good. There's no pressure. Solis to Jelly. Jelly was blocked. Rebounded by Panty. Here's Panty. All alone for that layup.
And that's what you want to do if you're Bites and Tees. You want to get a stop on the defensive end. You saw Gelly getting rejected, and Panty converting on the offensive end of the ball.
Panty again. Portillo. Portillo for the drive. And an and one play for Portillo.
And Portillo just doing anything she can to make her team within striking distance as she converts that end one. Again, La Rosa needs to step up because Portillo will eventually run out of gas. And of course, they will definitely need the extra reinforcement they can get, considering they are battling a team that, again, can basically do anything.
And this is actually a battle of guards. As you can see, the Bites and Tees and no pressure team just really looking for the ball, looking for whoever is free for that outside shots, for those drives. Portillo going up against Jelly. Kate Marcos against Panty. This time we have Jelly for the 2. No good.
And Jelly, again, an underwhelming performance for her so far. And I believe if Kelly and her other teammates can explode, it'll be over for Bites and Tees. But Bites and T so far doing a great job containing those capable shooters nitong no pressure.
Janina Solis back in the ball game for Jelly.
And it's really evident that they are giving Rejoice Adlawan a hard time cutting to the rack, shooting the shot. But again, they are down by 1. So whatever they're doing right now, it's just sustainable. It's not really beyond the level that their opponent is showing out. So what you want to do is, of course, exceed the level that your opponent is playing at.
Solis, no good for that too. Here's Bites and Tees for a jumper. Isn't able to get it. Solis looking for a teammate. Wasn't able to convert upon cutting. And here's Portillo. Too short, gets her own rebound. Too strong this time. Panty. No, still no good for Bites and Tees. Here's Kate Marcos, her teammate Solis, and gets a foul.
Both teams haven't reached that 10-point mark, and we're already past our half point of this ball game at that 5-minute mark. So you can really see that it's really evident, the intensity, the stakes of this ball game. Again, whoever wins this will still go home with an award, even though it's just a 3rd place. And that's actually better than going home with nothing. So I understand why, even though it's just a battle for 3rd, it's really intense.
Bites and Tees now with 6 team fouls. They should be careful this time, as every foul they give, it would convert to 2 free throws for no pressure. Here's Portillo. No foul was called. No pressure on the ball. All ball for no pressure. For Bites and Tees rather. Panty gets score there against no pressure.
No pressure is the first team to reach that 10-point mark. Still just a very close game for both, as both teams will take a breather and re-strategize on what they do, considering both teams just really an equalizer to each other.
And the timeout is called again. This timeout is brought to you by Secret Fresh. And we are back in the ball game. On your screens are our players for Team Dawn, waiting for their game, for their championship game after this battle for 3rd. Again, no pressure, up by 1 with 4 minutes and 20 seconds for this game. Kate Marcos looking to pass to Solis. Solis for 2. Too short. Rebounded by Panty. Panty against Adlawan for 2. No good.
And it's interesting to see that both teams really finding and settling for that outside shots.
And another 2 by Solis. Make that a 3-point lead by no pressure.
And more importantly, it's a 2-possession game for them. So they have a bit of a cushion right here. However, Bites and Tees are just more than capable of cutting that gap. No pressure will have to really extend the gap and make a much more comfortable lead if they want to breathe.
9-13 now with 3 minutes and 18 seconds left. Panty rebounded her own ball. Looking for a 2-point shot, no good, too strong. Rebounded by her teammate and good to go by Wisduazo. Here's Kate Marcos. Solis for two. Too, too short. He wasn't able to get that rebound.
And no pressure after an ample amount of time just having that 1 point lead. They're able to extend the gap, like I've mentioned, to a 3 point lead. So still just a 2 possession game. It's just a little bit of cushion, but of course they can take anything that they can.
And speaking of 2 possession game, you know, Bites and Tees are already showing everything. And they were in the same situation also, and like the other games that they have earlier. So I think they would still be able to recover.
That was an unfortunate turn of events for this no pressure squad, as Bites and Tees was nearing that shot clock violation, but a foul and a free throw was good for
Ruby
Portillo.
Portillo. And here's La Rosa. Again, that's what I'm saying, Joe. Bites and Tees still in this ball game as we are tied with 13. And the traveling is called for no pressure.
And it's good to see that Bites and Tees is actually still alive in this ball game. But then again, you don't want to be alive in this ball game. What you want is to be the one that comes out on top. So they have to level up whatever they're bringing out.
And a timeout is called for both teams. Again, WMovement 3x3 Premier Leg 4 is presented by Secret Fresh. And we would also like to grab this opportunity to thank our sponsors, Titan and Jersey Haven. Also to mention Gideon Footwear, New Lalaan Trading, JMG Life Touch Trading, Cantigo Sports, Connection Bistro Cafe, and DACD. Back to our ball game. Bites and Tees now with the ball. La Rosa looking for Panty to shoot. No good. Was pressured there. Out of bounds play for no pressure. For Bites and Tees instead, rather. No pressure now with the ball. Kate Marcos looking for a teammate. Miscommunication with Adlawan.
And again, if you're Bites and Tees, it's good that you're defending very well. It's good that you're getting stops, but that is not enough. You have to actually put up some points to get in the front seat, and you have to do that, of course, in a good way. Speaking of a good way,
And an and one play from Stephanie La Rosa on your screens.
just a great job by La Rosa, seeing that little bit of space being sagged off by Kate Marcos. Again, she had nowhere to go, but she still found a good way to convert that, and now they have a much more comfortable 2 point lead.
La Rosa completing that 2-point play makes her team now go up by 2. There's no pressure. Looking to score. Too strong. A block, although was called for a foul by La Rosa.
That is actually a smarter foul than it seems, at least for me, because at least she did not allow easy points for her opponents to be tallied. It looks like Solis will endure something in her calf area, if I'm not mistaken. Let's take a quick look. Again, a smarter foul than it seems.
Solis, I think, is now crumping up. And again, during these times, for battle for third and championship, dito natin makikita kung sino yung tumatagal talaga ng endurance and also the condition of the players.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of games being played just in one day, and you really have to prepare for these kinds of environments. Of course, ating venue, wala ring aircon. It's really moist. And of course, it's really hot and you have to rehydrate rather yourself and prevent yourself from being dehydrated. So again, a lot of factors affecting our players right here. But again, going back to what I was saying about La Rosa, smarter foul than it seems. Instead of allowing Solis for that easy two, she will work for it in the free throw line. Fortunately, she will, or she can.
And we will see if Solis can recover. And I think she will have to sit out, making that Francine Jolly take over.
And speaking of takeover, yeah, Solis, malaking kawalan yan for her squad. And not to mention they are down by 2, so Adlawan, Gelly, they will really have to step up. Of course, Solis provides that somehow that inside presence and that shooting from outside the paint. They're one of her bigger players. Si Adlawan, si Marcos, si Francine, they're not really that tall. So if Bites and Tees will identify that weakness, again, they will just really capitalize that yung absence nito ni Solis and will protect the interior in an efficient way.
And since Janina Solis is out for this game, Francine Jolly would take the free throws for her.
You can feel the pressure on Francine Gelly's face. I mean, we're down to our last minute, or at least 18 seconds away from it. And it'll be hard to reach if you're not able to tie this ball game up, but she does.
And that was actually a big 2-point shot. We can see frustrations on our players.
As there seems to be confusion because Francine's arguing that the ball touched the lower part nitong body ni, or the last play was last touched by No Pressure, but again, or Bites and Tees, but No Pressure will have the possession.
And again, for possession, Bites and Tees again committed a foul. Again, if you're in this situation, you have to be careful since 2 free throws would depend on No Pressure, and that would be a big thing.
And No Pressure has the lead right now. Again, a turn of events right here as we head to our 1 minute mark, but luckily for Bites and Tees, just a 1 possession game.
1 out of 2 for Adlawan. And here's an answer by Panty for Bites and Tees.
We are down to the wire. Again, if Bites and Tees are able to identify the weakness that so far or currently No Pressure has, I believe they'll have what it takes to get the lead and hopefully the W.
And a foul is called against Adlawan. No free throws for Bites and Tees, since No Pressure are still up by 5. And the basket there for La Rosa.
That's what I've been talking about. Again, there's no Janina Solis on the floor. No one to protect the rim. La Rosa, much bigger than Adlawan, capitalizing on that mismatch. It looks like she will again once more.
And again, for La Rosa, however, no good. Good thing Panty was there with 12 seconds left for this ball game. An answer for No Pressure as Adlawan was able to get that shot. And another one for La Rosa with the buzzer beater. and make that Bites and Tees winning this ball game.
And again, yung kawalan nito ni Solis was the game changer, I believe. Because, again, Bites and Tees had that advantage of having La Rosa in the floor but no rim protector in Janina Solis to contain her. So kita natin, we saw itong si the girl I was talking about, diba? Itong si La Rosa just capitalizing on the chances that she got.
And our secret fresh player of the game is Stephanie La Rosa, contributing 7 points for her